this Ohtani fella continues to make some history along this here season. And I will say this weekend was a good, like, grateful to be watching and working in baseball in 2024. Right. Like, it's nice. Again, it's we're doing it every day and we're very lucky, but it's just like, oh, like, yeah, no, I am in it with Shohei Ohtani and Aaron Judge doing this all the time. I am very, very lucky to be able to say that. And when Shohei Ohtani hits a walk-off grand slams and go 40-40, it's pretty cool. It's hard to really script it much better. And then the next day he throws a bullpen and then hits another home run, right? He's working his way back from Tommy John, and he might go 50-50. I mean, it's definitely in play. He's
definitely going 45-45.
Right. And obviously the list gets shorter and shorter of guys that have done that. So, I mean, yeah, man, I will say my favorite parts of the weekend were what Junior Caminero was doing in Dodger Stadium, but the Otani stuff, the home run that he hit the next day.
You're such a hipster. You're such a hipster. Screw off. You cannot tell me that you watch Shohei Ohtani go 40-40 and you're like, but Junior Caminero is really like, yes, Junior Caminero is cool.
It's exactly what happened. But no, the awesome, thing is the Ohtani, like, first of all, the base stealing. I mean, if we're going to have a 40-40 conversation, I do feel like the base stealing is worth zeroing in on.
Yeah, I want to zoom out and talk about 40-40 for a second. So 40-40 club, 40 homers, 40 steals. At the beginning of last season, it had only ever happened 4 times. Jose Canseco, Barry Bonds, Alex Rodriguez, and the one and only Alfonso Soriano. Okay.
Yes.
That's 4 times. Now, why was it so hard to do? For a lot of baseball history, there were just simply not athletes that could do both of those things. There were people stealing 40 bases all the time, and hitting 40 home runs was relatively commonplace. Mm-hmm. But just human beings couldn't do both of those things, right? Like the training and the athleticism, we just weren't there yet, okay? Then we get these freaks like Canseco and Bonds and A-Rod. And I mean, you could have maybe, if you want to throw the word steroids in there, you could do that, but we're not going to have it, okay? Then we change the stolen base rules, okay? We make it much easier to swipe a bag. And last year, Ronald Acuna Jr. goes, I believe, 41-73. Is that right? 41 homers, 73 steals?
Yes, 41-73, correct.
And that one was easy to include, I'm going to put this in quotes, people, legitimately, because he's still 73, right? And it was like, oh, with the old rules, he easily would have stole 40. And I think we all agree with that, right? Mm-hmm. Now we have, for 2 consecutive years, someone going 40-40, and that's a big reason why Ohtani getting to 40-40 was just less of a big deal. If Acuna hadn't done it last year, this is something we would have been talking about a lot more. And honestly, something we should have been talking about a lot more. Now, I want to be very clear about something. Multiple things could be true, right? It is easier than ever to accomplish this feat based upon the rules of the sport, okay? It is outrageously impressive for Shohei Ohtani to do this. Like, comically impressive. Yeah. He got hurt, got Tommy John, realized he wasn't going to be pitching this year, and was like, I'll run this year. I don't need to worry about having energy to pitch or worry about getting injured. I'll just run all the time. And then he did.
Right. Well, the bigger picture is they're like, hey, Shohei, you can't pitch this year. Sorry, dude. Can't do all your historic two-way stuff. Oh, first guy since Babe Ruth to do blah, blah, blah. He's like, all right, that's fine. I'll just make history as essentially the greatest DH season of all time. That is also a thing that's on the table for me. And I think it's important when you say, oh, well, he's running now because he can, but also because of the rules, right? Well, I know last year he was still worrying about pitching. But what's so impressive, I mean, he stole 26 bags in 2021, but he was caught 10 times. So that's not super efficient. He stole only 11 in 2022 and 20 last year and was caught 6 times. So, I mean, we've known that he's really fast. That's something we've said about Ohtani for a while. Managers love saying, I've heard like 3 different managers be like, the most underrated thing about Ohtani is how fast he is. And it's like, You're honestly probably right about that.
Sure.
Sure. Right. Okay. But that wasn't always translating into 40 stolen bases, possibly 50 stolen bases at a ridiculously efficient clip. He's only been caught 4 times. So it's
that's
just
That's like going to the Taj Mahal and being like, the snack cart was amazing.
It's like it might have been, but
it's like, okay, yeah, but like, look at that.
But yeah, so he's 91% success rate is just incredible. So yeah, I think that what he's been able to commit to in terms of improving that part of his game is not insignificant. And yeah, I guess 50-50 is a thing that might happen. We certainly have never seen that before, I guess. So Soriano was 46 homers and 41 steals. Larry Walker in 97 had 49 homers, 33 steals. So like there's other versions closer to that, but 50-50 would be, and then when you consider Acuna, only had 41 home runs last year. Ohtani 50 homers seems more likely than Ohtani 50 steals at this point, but both are very much in play.
Jordan, if he has 49 homers and 49 steals, we need to go to the Dodger game and we need to walk up and down the aisles and we need to scream 50-50.
Oh man, what a night, especially at a Dodger Stadium game. Think about the 50-50 pot.
We could raise a lot of money.
I mean, they're raising a lot of money in Akron. I went to double A game and they're like, the 50-50 jackpot is whatever. I'm like, oh my gosh, people are going in on 50-50. That's a great joke. I appreciate that.
Dodgers win the series over Tampa. You mentioned rookie Junior Caminero just on fire.
Yeah,
he's awesome. And look, the Rays are meh this year. They're going to be so good soon.
And we talked about prospects last week, how many guys they have coming, but just like getting to watch Caminero now, again, he is Caminero's coming up next inning. I'm going to tune over and watch, switched over to the Rays game and watch him swing. And that in and of itself is an achievement. He will surely go into Seattle this week and hit a bunch of home runs in ways that you are not supposed to hit home runs in Seattle.